Ya, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my audience. Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, whenever you watch my video. And yep, I am Alwan Akbar. I'm from English Language Education Department, batch 2020. And my student number is 2020 081025. And today I'm going to finish or do one of my tasks, which is an interviewing an interpreter from Mr. Andi Wirantaka. And yep, today we have a guest here, one of my friends. We are going to get know about his experience in interpreting some foreigners, which is we are going to know also later what language that he used to interpret. And yeah, please, my friend, introduce yourself to my audience.
Okay, hello everyone. So my name is Topan Faridzal and I am also a student in the Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta and I am majoring in international relations batch 19. Okay.
Okay, so this is Brother Topan, one of my partner in American Corner Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, and of course he has many experiences in interpreting some foreigners in their native language. Topan, of course, has helped many people to understand each other, and I think we are going to ask him what kind of language that you have ever experienced in interpreting before.
Okay, so actually I'm only interpret between the two language, Indonesian and English, and also English into Indonesia.
Okay, so yep, like Topan said, he has ever experienced it in translating or interpreting the most common foreign language, which is English, that I think most of my audiences has known also. And yeah, I think we are going to move to the next question. Actually, how long that you have that experience? Berapa lama sih atau seberapa sering kiranya dirimu itu melakukan suatu kegiatan interpreting itu sendiri?
Okay, so basically it's not always happen, itu nggak sesering kayak hampir tiap hari nggak, but since I was in junior high school ya, dari SMP tuh kalau misalkan I have a trip, holiday trip with my family or with my friends gitu, and whenever there is a foreigner who kind of struggling and need help gitu, my family and my friends always ask me to help him or help them, kayak Pam tolongin tuh kayaknya butuh bantuan kayak gitu. Because I don't know, because my English is not fluent but I love talking in English, so maybe because of that reason my family and my friends often offer me to help those foreigner who are struggling since junior high school. And it's become often when I was in volunteering in American Corner UMY, because as you know, as everyone knows, we oftenly have a visit from our foreigner friends, especially from the United States students who are coming abroad to Indonesia to study and live in Jogja for like 2 weeks, a month, like that. So whenever they visit American Corner, we usually provide the best. We want to make them feel comfortable. So in otherwise, because they still learning Indonesians, they not understand Indonesian very well. So in that case, I would like to trying my best to help them to understand what Indonesian should always talk, kayak gimana bahasa Indonesia sebenarnya, karena itu bisa ngebantu mereka gitu buat selama mereka beberapa di sini. For an example, kita kedatangan NSLIE student kayak, and it was variatif ya, sangat variatif. Jadi kayak ada yang baru 16 tahun, ada yang udah 19 tahun, 22 tahun.
Umurnya,
Ya, jadi umurnya tuh enggak yang college, enggak yang itu. Jadi some of them are still teenager kayak gitu. So ketika mereka kesini, they curious about a lot kan. Dan somehow kita juga punya kesempatan pernah itu ngunjungin ke salah satu sekolah di Yogyakarta, sekolah kayak sekolah swasta gitu, buat mereka ngadain program juga di sana. Nah, because sekolahnya ini sekolah SMP, they also a bit struggle with English, right? So we the volunteer itu tuh kayak semacam di sana untuk membantu mereka to interact each other kayak gitu. Jadi kita volunteer Amkor UMY datang bersama mereka DNSLI student yang dari Amerika itu ke sekolah tersebut, dan akhirnya kita kayak ngadain kunjungan, terus ya we interpret both language Indonesian and also English to each other to understand kayak gitu sih. Itu sih yang paling memorable kayaknya. Soalnya itu seharian kayak gitu.
So yeah, so the interpretation or the interpreting activity nggak selalu dilaksanakan ya, tapi
Iya,
memang
nggak selalu
occasionally aja
Iya,
ya,
occasionally.
ketika ada one of two agendas gitu ya
Iya.
yang need your help, you're going to help.
Iya. Why not?
Okay. So the interesting fact here, Topan has already did some interpreting, started from junior high school.
Iya.
So I think I'm gonna ask you, what was your first
contohnya.
experience
Oke.
in interpreting, started from junior high school?
Well,
Because it's really amazing, guys.
Okay, so actually, it's not like a big thing, like a long conversation. It's not, but it's like a short conversation when they need help. For example, when they ask a direction which where to this place, or what's the best should they take to go on this place. For that kind of
Some
situation,
suggestions.
some suggestion. They ask some suggestion, or maybe where we as Indonesia want to talk with them. For example, for getting a pictures and everything. My family or my friends are often to ask me to talk with them. Kayak gitu sih. Jadi it's not like a long conversation. Waktu SMP sih lebih ke kayak ngobrol aja gitu.
Tapi what was the agenda? I mean,
it's like
when you met with the foreigner, what was the agenda?
It's like a holiday trip, kayak apa sih namanya?
Study tour.
Yeah, like a study tour. Like whenever we go to
some places,
and then met those foreigners. Like some Indonesians still excited when they meet the foreigners.
Yeah, so there is one fact that I'm also agree with that thing. Indonesian love to meet foreigner, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, for the next is, I think you have top most favorite, most favorite interpretation that you have had, and also the first experience.
Yeah.
And I think I want to know what kind of experience that you have ever experienced. The most the most embarrassing one, I guess, maybe you have misinterpret what they want to know, or have you experienced that, or no mistake at all?
Okay, so actually, of course, there's a lot of mistakes since my vocabulary is not that good. So actually, once I had is not baru aja terjadi kayak gitu ya, when they are asking tempat atau tempat sama apa ya, some kind oleh-oleh itu apa ya?
Merch.
Yeah, it's like stuff, souvenir, merchandise gitu from Jogja, and like a gift kayak gitu. Nah, aku bingung buat jawab kayak gimana, because I don't know when they ask what is a gift, or what should we bring from Jogja to our countries. Kayak when I said this, for example, bapia and this and this and this, and when they ask what is this food, what it is like, it is made from sometimes I don't also understand how the process it was. So sometimes I don't know, it just tastes like sweet. I can't explain any further. So maybe those kind of question that I still need to kayak gitu sih.
So actually, are you working right now?
Yeah.
Somewhere else?
Yeah, so actually I am doing a part-time job in one of the biggest grocery department store ya in Yogyakarta, as a salesman.
Salesman.
Yeah.
So when you are doing your job recently,
Recently.
Oh, recently?
It just happened 3 days.
3 days ago. Okay, I see. So you don't know how it made because you only know how to describe it. Yeah, I guess.
Like the process is,
The
I don't know the process.
Oh my god.
Or when they ask, what is it? What is the ingredients? And why is it is this only found in Jogja? Like I don't know kan. Aku juga belum tahu banyak kayak gitu. Jadi mungkin karena itu.
Oh, so
Jadi I feel lah kayak harusnya aku tuh jelasin lebih gitu, tapi kayak I don't give
because
them much information ya. Jadi
I
kayak
see.
itu bukan malu sih, lebih ke kayak I wish I could do more
Better.
kayak gitu ya, atau better.
I think for the last experience, we are going to know, or we are going to ask Topan, in your opinion, what should we do and what should we do not do when do some interpretation?
Oh, okay. So actually I don't know because I'm not a professional interpreter, but as far as I've been experienced to talk and love talking with foreigners and everyone, I guess the things that we should do is the first one is apa ya? Of course, apa sih? Jangan apa istilahnya? Coba pahami dulu apa yang memang mereka minta atau butuhkan atau sampaikan gitu. Jangan sampai kita asal-asal memahami gitu tanpa kita tuh beneran tahu gitu apa yang mereka butuhkan, karena takutnya kita salah kan, ternyata mereka minta yang lain tapi kita interpretnya salah, akhirnya mereka kecewa atau gimana. Kita nggak mau ya, kita nggak mau hal itu terjadi. Dan yang kedua tuh mungkin kalau aku always tanya lagi gitu loh, always make sure is it really yang mereka minta atau yang mereka asking. For example, misalkan mereka mau minta tolong untuk di pesankan ya, misalkan aku pernah having experience gitu, there is a foreigners who don't know how the Gojek or Grab apps works, so they asked me to, can you help me to do this and order a car to go to their hotels. And I am always making sure that it is the right hotel, like it is the right hotel, because I don't want them to arrive in different get lost or having in different hotels. So make sure to ask, is it apa ya, maksudnya itu bener apa enggak gitu yang mereka minta kayak gitu. Dan kalau misalkan mereka dan yang penting menurut aku tuh yang terakhir itu make sure jangan sampai mereka juga tuh diberi banyak informasi yang akhirnya mereka tuh jadi nggak nyaman. Jadi kalau misalkan mereka menyampaikan sesuatu atau meminta sesuatu itu sudah kita jawab, itu ya sudah gitu. Kecuali kalau misalkan mereka masih pengen ngobrol lebih baru gitu. Tapi kalau misalkan mereka apa ya, istilahnya intinya jangan
oversharing.
Iya, jangan oversharing atau jangan overdoing, apa ya, kayak too much apa maksudnya too much
Respon.
respon karena takutnya they feel uncomfortable kayak gitu.
see.
Jadi kita jawab dan bantu atau sampaikan lagi apa yang emang mereka sampaikan aja gitu. Kalau misalnya emang kalian merasa emang belum clear baru, tapi kalau memang udah clear ya udah gitu sampai mereka minta lagi baru. Karena takutnya nggak nyaman. Gitu aja sih mungkin ya.
Okay.
Karena aku juga bingung sebenarnya. Gitu sih.
Okay, I think yeah, we've talked a lot related to Topan's experiences, and of course, I'm so thankful and so grateful that you can be here talking with me and talking, of course, to the audiences.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, and I think you guys can learn something, of course, related to Topan's experiences. And for the first thing first, because Topan started from junior high school, means practice makes better.
Iya, benar.
Thank you. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning for those who have watched this video. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See ya.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.